Hello Dino Geeks, welcome back to the Dinogeek channel. Today I'm taking you to this particular shelf to just show some of you youngsters how great you have it with dinosaur collecting. And then for those of us closer to my age, or maybe even older than I am, how awesome this hobby is in collecting these and seeing the changes over time, right? The dinosaurs here in the less than gorgeous colors are Marx prehistoric animals. These were first produced and sold in the later 1950s. And as you can see, some copies here, they came in all kinds of colors. And the molds were used and reused. And listen, there are some folks who can tell you, looking right now at that particular color iguanodon, what year that came out and whether or not that was a first issue, second issue, and what have you. And they could tell you how many different shades of brown it came in. But in this classic set of the dinosaurs of my childhood, you will see a lot of the good old standard dinosaurs and a few non-dinosaurs. You've got your Pteranodon and your Apatosaurus. You've got Tyrannosaurus and Triceratops. You've got the woolly mammoth and Smilodon, right? You need your saber-toothed cat, right, to attack your mammoth. And back here, this duckbill, this is Hadrosaurus. And this one that likes to wave is Trachodon. You've got good old Ankylosaurus and Stegosaurus. You got moss chops. You got what's known as the potbelly T-Rex. Here's a little better reason to see why it is named such. That was the earlier version of the T-Rex. And then you have Allosaurus here and Kronosaurus. And there is Trachodon again. You have Parasaurolophus with that classic skin flap from the top of the crest to the back of the neck, and Struthiomimus and Synognathus. I don't know. I haven't worried about how to pronounce this little guy's name because not a dinosaur. And then you have Styracosaurus and Sphenacodon. Again, not a dinosaur. I'm not going to worry about it. And Plateosaurus, which I always said Platosaurus because I was a kid and didn't know any dinosaur people tell me better. And then back here in the corner, you've got Megatherium, your giant ground sloth. And that rounds out the set. Now, I would like to say to someone who, well, unfortunately won't hear this message, I'd like to say thanks to Riff Smith. Riff Smith and Mike Frederick started Prehistoric Times magazine, and some of y'all may be subscribers. If you're not, go to prehistorictimes.com and get you a subscription. Go to eBay and find the back issues. I think Barnes & Noble carries them on their magazine selections. I also should have told you there was a Dimetrodon, or Dimetrodon as I used to pronounce it. But Riff, who started PT magazine with Mike and who I wrote many, many articles for and did a lot of interviews, I met them in Chicago, I think 2001, for a G-Fest/PT Fest. And Riff Smith asked me if I had any Marx dinosaurs. And pre-internet, you only knew the dinosaurs from your childhood and your experience, and I never had these. And so he said, I'll hook you up. And next thing I know, when I got back to Arkansas, I had a package from him of Marx dinosaurs. Now, why talk about all that? Because this is where we were. The dinosaurs reflected the times, the early books, and here is a wonderful collector's booklet that shows you all the creatures in the set. The toys of the time reflected the views of the time. You see tails on the ground, you see tripodal stances, you see boring, bland colors. You do not see fast-footed, feathered, active animals. And then you move to modern times, all these years later, and you get great play sets like these, like this Jurassic World Chaos Theory play set. And not only do you get some people that are about the right scale with your dinosaurs, I guess, but you get all of these wonderful other species that were not in our books with the basic dinosaurs, with the basic set, your Diplodocus, your Brontosaurus, your Trachodon, your T-Rex, your Stegosaurus. Now some of those are in there, thank goodness, tried and true, but there are some others. And then you see the colors, which also reflect current views, that they were brightly colored. And it's just kind of fun to put them here on this shelf together to show that contrast of then and now, and what makes the hobby so much fun. I hope you found this video interesting. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you'll like and subscribe and keep this channel going. I appreciate your support. Have a great, great day.